You're going to be in the video? Oh, thank you for the kisses. Oh, thank you. Kiss? No? You're done? Excellent. Hello, hi, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a reading vlog for the very first time, which is absolutely terrifying because this could be an actual disaster. And with me, it most likely will be. But I am also going to be doing something that I very rarely do, which is not finish a series, but continue on with a series. That never happens. I have this horrible habit of reading the first book in a series, absolutely loving it, have the plan in motion to continue with it. I buy the second book and then I never read it. I could not tell you why. I don't know if it's because I'm scared that it's going to end badly or I just don't want it to end, but I don't. So we are trying to rectify that. I'm in the middle of like 30 different series where I've read the first book, and that's it. So at the beginning of this month, I read Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is a fantasy about this girl called Trinity, who is half human and half something that they don't tell you until about halfway through the book. And she lives in a community of gargoyle wardens, which are protectors, and she has a bonded warden, Misha, whose sole job is to make sure that she stays alive. And all these demon attacks start amping up, and so these other wardens from a different community show up, and one of them in particular, he's called Zane, and Trinity and Zane kind of immediately have an attraction to each other, but also are very suspicious of each other because, well, I won't get into that. You'll hear about that in the wrap up. I don't want to spoil anything. But anyway, no one was more surprised than me that I actually really liked this book. I gave it 4 stars. The writing style, not great. It wasn't good. There were a lot of lines that I found incredibly cringe, cheesy, not good. But I can't say that the writing style was bad because I was so into Zane and Trinity and the chemistry between them that I can't say it was bad because I was there. And I was like screaming into the abyss at the end of this book, needing the second one. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start the second one, Rage and Ruin. Super interested to see how this turns out. This actually has a higher rating on Goodreads than the other one, than the first one. So I don't know if like the writing gets better or like the romance between Zane and Trinity just kind of amps up. I'm not really sure, but we're going to see. So my plan is that I'm going to watch the finale of The Cleaning Lady because I'm so obsessed. It came on last night and I'm so obsessed. Tony and Armand. Love it. So I'm going to watch that, but then as soon as I'm finished, I'm definitely going to start this, and I feel like I'll probably get pretty far, and then I'll come back with my thoughts. So, I'm super excited. Okay, so I finished watching The Cleaning Lady, and oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. It ended on a cliffhanger, so I absolutely need a season 2. I'm gonna be so mad if it gets canceled. But in terms of the book, I'm an idiot. So basically, I had gone back and read like the last 150 pages of the first book, even though I had read it like a couple weeks ago, because I just wanted to be refreshed. I wanted to have all the details right, and I didn't need to. So by the time I started the second book, it was already late, and, well, late for me, and I only got to, I think, page 35, and it was pretty much all a recap of everything that I had spent rereading from the first book, which is great. Love that. Wish all books would do that. But I didn't need it because I just reread it. So the first 35 pages, it picks up exactly where the first book left off, which I love. The tension between Trinity and Zane is still there. Yes. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so far not much has happened. It's basically just been a recap. So I think I'm gonna head to bed because as amped up as I am, I'm also extremely tired. So I will update you guys tomorrow. Hello, hi. So it's a new day. Have I read anything? No. But in keeping with bad habits, I did get a book package, so I thought that I would open that now before I head off to Agility with Lucy, and then hopefully I will come home and read a bit. So yeah, let's open the package. One-handed. Oh, it's gonna be awful. Oh gosh. I am not coordinated enough for this. Oh, how perfect. The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I pre-ordered this last year. All I'm gonna say is that I got spoiled of this very quickly, and it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. Let's just say if I do a reading vlog for this, it's not gonna be pretty. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna go to Agility and then hopefully get something read so I have something to report back later tonight. Maybe? I don't know. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and your girl still hasn't read anything, okay? But to be fair, it's because I'm so keyed up about these War of Two Queens spoilers, okay? And it's the same author, so I'm like, trust no one. Like, do I even want to finish this series? Because, what if something awful happens in this one? I don't want all my ships to sink at once, you know? So, I'm not going to quit unless something bad happens, and then I will definitely quit. But, yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot. I really do need to read. Someone tell me to go do that. Please. So I'm coming to you from this truly terrible angle. To say that I read 130 pages. Actually, I've read 130 pages. And I can see why it is rated higher than the first book, because it's literally just Trinity and Zane, and like, as a shipper, I'm here for that. I'm here for it. I welcome it. Love it. I will say that I'm finding that I'm loving the tropes. There, of course, is like, oh, there's just one bed. And I'm like, yeah, there is. But also like forced proximity because they live together. I don't feel like that's a spoiler because it was in the first book. But yeah, they live together. They have that forced intimacy that's just delicious. Love it. Love it. There's also some jealousy at play now between Zane and several girls with Trinity, and the snark. At one point I had to put my book over my face because Trinity and one of the girls were snarking towards each other. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll update you later. It's popping back in to say that when I say like I'm all for jealousy, I am. Love it. Not here for a love triangle. Love triangle, square, not here for that. So if that's where this is going, take it back, because I don't want it. Jealousy, yes. Absolutely. Love triangle, no. No, thank you. I'm not here for that. I don't want it. I'd like to return it, please. I hope that's not the direction it's going in, but you never know. Trust no one. Okay, so I'm on page 230. and things are starting to heat up. There's actually starting to be like action, which is fine for me. I don't really care. I'm not really a plot-driven person. Give me some good characters. Give me some like romantic tension, and I'm great. But plot's good too. And yeah, so things are starting to happen. There's actually like been some action, and I am loving the friendship between Trinity and Roth. Oh my gosh, it's so good. He's so funny. I really hope that he doesn't turn out to be, I don't want to say bad, but like against them. Like I really hope he's actually like on Trinity's side, because I love his friendship. He's so funny. And I love when he's like, so you two are in love, right? And I'm like, say more. Please say more. And Trinity's like, no, what are you talking about? And I'm like, yes, Rob, like, please let them know. Let them know. So good. Love him. And then, I think I said this before, but I just love all the tropes. I love it. I feel like this book is using like so many of my favorite tropes, like all in one. And I live for it. I live for that sexual tension. Okay. I'm all about it. Okay. And it's just so good. It's so good. They're like, oh my God, I fell asleep on the couch next to him. And I'm like, yes, please. Yeah. So I'm not even, I think, can I speak? No. I'm trying to think how many I think there's like 530 pages. So I'm not yet halfway, but I'm getting there. I don't want to go too fast because I'm just loving it so much, but yeah. Really liking it. Oh, hi, it's me. Same shirt, different hair. So I wanted to talk about the slow burn that is this book, because I prefer it that way. I just find it so much better to like enjoy the tension leading up to a relationship than the actual relationship, which probably says a lot about me. But I'm loving it. And last night while I was reading, I was like, oh my gosh, something's about to happen. I literally like put my safety belt on and was like gripping on for dear life and was like, oh my gosh, this is it. It's happening. I'm so excited. Like things are about to take off, and and then all of a sudden it was like the oxygen masks came down and the lights are flashing and it's like emergency, emergency. And I was like, oh, this is how we crash and burn. Like this is okay, cool. I should have seen this coming. I don't think that it's actually going to crash and burn. I think it was just some slight turbulence. But I'm still in the turbulence because I was so overwhelmed that I just like closed the book and was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to let that marinate for a while. Because that's what I do. That's why it takes me so long to read books, because I'm like, okay, I need time to process this. I need time to, think about everything that is happening, think about everything that could happen, think about how this whole series could be ruined. I like to overthink everything. And then finally, when my brain has just gone to the worst case scenario, then I'm like, okay, I guess we can pick it up and see what's going on, what's happening. So that's where we're at. We're in the middle of the turbulence. Like the oxygen masks are still dangling and I'm still gripping on for dear life. So yeah, we're in the middle of it. We're in the thick of it now. We're in the clouds, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Someone is very curious what the book's about. Aren't you, Lou? Hi. You want to read too? Yes.
This book, I swear. Oh my gosh. So I have about 100 pages left, so I'll definitely be finishing today, but oh my gosh. I got to a part that gave me such vibes of the show In the Dark, because I believe Trinity and the main character on that show, Murphy, have the same eye disease. And I was like tearing up at Trinity like not wanting to be a burden, but like legitimately needing help, but wanting to be independent. And it was so sad. And then one minute I was like tearing up, and the next I was like losing my shit over something with Zane and Trinity. I just love them so much. Like, I'm so invested at this point. I don't know how this is gonna end. I'm almost scared because I love them so much. I'm like, it can only go down from here, but I'm absolutely loving this. Boy, howdy. Ooh, I need a drink after that. I need to cool myself down. Wow. So, I finished the book, and oh my gosh. First of all, 5 stars. 5 stars. There was one point at the end where I literally wanted to toss my book into the fire. I was like, nope, not again. I was so mad, but at the very end, it redeemed itself, and I'm so excited for the 3rd book. Cannot wait. Oh my gosh. So overall, I would say that the writing style problem, the cheese factor that I did not care for in the 1st book, definitely still present in the 2nd book. It does not get better. It's still there, but I will say that it did not bother me as much because I was so invested in the characters that I just didn't care. And I think it also helped that a lot of the lines I had an issue with did not take place during, I don't want to say scenes with Zane and Trinity, but not like romantic scenes with them, or I don't know. It was more like action scenes that I felt like the lines kind of were just like, oh my gosh. So it didn't really mess with the like tension between them or the chemistry between them. And I think that definitely helped. But yeah, it was definitely a case of like, it doesn't get better or change, but you just get more invested in the characters, so you don't care as much. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. This book read like a fic that you would seek out if you're watching like an ensemble cast and you just want a story about your ship. This is it. The entire book is just Zane and Trinity, which is absolutely what I am here for. So it was absolutely perfect. It was so good. It was so good. It had all the best tropes. I just love them so much. I love them so much. Like I said, there was a part towards the end where I was ready to end it all. I was like, nope, like, no. But, yeah, the very end definitely set it up for the 3rd book. It's gonna be so, I'm gonna say interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, so thank you so much if you made it through all of this. That was a lot of rambling. And if you enjoyed this, I mean, please subscribe, because I definitely will be doing more reading vlogs. I thought it was so fun to kind of go through my thoughts in the moment. Really enjoyed that, so I'll definitely be doing more. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.